Good evening, friends, followers and channel members. Welcome to tonight's Tuesday night live flight from... where are we? Berlin. I had a memory blank then. Berlin to Copenhagen. We've had such love on the channel recently from the real controllers at Copenhagen Tower. We thought we'd pay them a visit this evening virtually, of course. Custom scenery here and both at Copenhagen, so really looking forward to that. As we can see, Berlin is looking beautiful as it is. Good evening to everybody who is on the chat already. Hello to Gav Cardinal 22, Daddy Rubble. Good evening to you as well. Well spotted, by the way. Alan Habul, Terry, and Dark Fury also on board. Gary Golding, it is very busy in Europe tonight, Northern Europe at VATSIM, and I like that. It adds to the it really does add to the immersion and the chaos, I suppose it is. Organised chaos, of course, organised chaos, but it is. I really like it when it's busy, and I love to do flights where we've got lots of VATSIM traffic as well. Christian Simon, good evening to you as well. Dark, Nightbot needs kicking. What's wrong with the Nightbot? We're off to Copenhagen, at least I am. Where are you off to, Dark? So operational flight plan is pinned in the chat already for those of you watching on YouTube. You can download that so you can see what we're doing. Good evening to any followers we have on Twitch as well, as we're also streaming to Twitch. Let's get on board then, shall we? We'll start setting up. Flight time tonight is just a little over an hour, I think, or it might even be an hour. Not that long, but of course with all the ATC traffic around, it's not going to be as a quick stream this evening. So let's get on board. We have the aircraft in a nice turnaround state, as we can see. I don't particularly want to spend too long here. Custom airport, of course, always a little bit heavy on the RAM and frame rates, and with lots of aircraft as well on the ground on VATSIM, eating into the memory. So we've all seen before where we spend ages setting up, we go to pushback, taxi, and then going to crash the desktop. So let's hope that doesn't happen this evening. Let's go ahead and check then on the overhead. We've got the fuel pumps turned off. The packs are also turned off for the moment. I'm going to get the APU master started. 1, 2, 3. And we'll let that kick in. Let's turn on the flight pad and let's check our operational flight plan out and see what fuel we're going to take with us tonight. So we'll just import that in. There we go. I like the text version. Icons are nice, but I do prefer the text. Operational flight plan then. So we're off to, as I say, Copenhagen. Shear rate looks good. Flight level 340, slight headwind of 23 tonight. Call sign Alpine 48 Papa November. Expecting 25 left. Fuel is just over 5.5 tons. As we scroll down, we shouldn't be concerned too much about any terrain this evening on our flight route tonight. Nothing getting in the way there. Let's look at the weather here in Berlin. Low ceiling, good visibility, but as we get to Copenhagen, an even lower ceiling. Visibility not quite as good, but still Cat 1. Look at the crosswind as well. So we may get a bit of a crosswind landing coming in tonight. Let's check out the actual weather. So this is interesting. So currently, when was this created? This was about an hour ago. So we'll get updated weather when we're en route. But about an hour ago, there was a light rain, overcast 1,700, becoming heavier rain. And as we have a look down, we've got rain and drizzle. Also, temporary gusts up to 28 knots with light rain and drizzle. Look at that cloud base as well, becoming 400. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. And this is where we're going to have to really be careful, because we've got the potential for low visibility procedures to come in to play a little bit. But if the winds get up too much, then we can't use auto land to get us in. So we shall see. It's going to be an interesting night. we'll keep an eye on the weather as that goes. Our alternate tonight is actually back here in Berlin. It's only an hour away, so if anything went wrong, it's easier to return here than go somewhere else and have to pay for passengers, hotels, and all that malarkey. So it's easy just to return the passengers back to where they started, as annoying as that would be for them. So let's just come down and check out any SIGMET information. And as we can see, just scroll from the bottom upwards. We've still got this jet stream which is right over Europe, and that's been bringing so many storms over Europe over the last few days. But as I'm looking here, there's our route. There's no real main weather threats on route tonight. OKTM, you've been a member for 12 months. Thank you so much for your last year's worth of support, Oki. Who says good evening? Wow, has it been a year already? I know, time really does fly, doesn't it? And hopefully so will we shortly. Right. So fuel. Well, I would always never load the plug fuel, which is 5.5 tons, because you always want to take a bit extra. We've got traffic, haven't we? We're going to have the APU on for longer than normal due to COVID. That eats into our fuel. Oh, speaking of which, let's just get the bleed air on. So we'd want to take a little bit more fuel than normal, but we have a problem tonight. We are very heavy. We have got almost a full payload this evening. Look at that payload, 21,300 kilograms. Which means we are only underloaded by 500. I've got 500 kilograms to play with in terms of extra fuel. And with that, look, that's the reason for that is because if I load any more than that, I'm going to be close to my maximum landing weight by the time we get to Copenhagen. Obviously, we don't want that. Now, this aircraft tends to burn not quite as much fuel as Simbrief plans for. We've got headwind as well, so maybe, but for the last few flights we've always been 200 or 300 kilograms above that, above the minimum fuel required as we're looking down here, or minimum fuel remaining, sorry. So what am I going to do tonight? Well, I'm going to take just a couple of hundred tons, sorry, a couple hundred tons, no I'm not, a couple hundred kilograms of extra fuel. What I expect then is to have around half a ton extra, as I think the fuel burn of the aircraft is around 300 kilograms under. So if we take 5.7 tons of fuel, that's what I'm going to go with this evening. So let's tell our refueling crew, 5.7, and we'll get that going. So just make a quick note of what we're going with tonight. All right, so we've taken 5.7 tons. Refueling is underway. Okay, so everything on the overhead is all right for the moment while we're refueling. Seatbelt signs are off. Packs 1 and 2 are off as well. Let's just come down. Current QNH going to the ATIS 1010. We have information hotel on board. Let's come and just check the pedestal, make sure everything's where we would expect that to be. Just quickly looking through, doing the scans as normal, and that's all looking good. We'll come up to the FCU. We'll get the flight directors both 1 and 2 on. We'll turn the constraints on as well. What I'm going to do as well, just for frame rates and things, we'll get the first officer's display. I can turn those back on a little bit later on. We're expecting an initial climb out of 5,000 feet tonight, so we'll pop that in now. And of course our main instrument panels are all sorted. Okay, let's have a look at setting up the box. So onto the data page. We have 3 nav green. We've got our aircraft status, LEAP engines correct, and the AirX cycle correct for 1 more day. Let's have a look at our init page. So we'll do our init request, get that uplinked via the ACARS. And there we are. Let's just pop our alternate in tonight, which is back here. Echo Delta Delta Bravo. Cost index of 8, Alpine 48 Papa November, flight level 340, temperature is -53, and the tropo is 32107. There we go. Now I think we can get a pre-departure clearance here as well in Berlin, which would be nice. So I'm just going to try that. I think it's Echo Delta Delta Bravo. Let's turn on the Hoppy ACARS system and connect to that. There we are. And I'll just check the brightness of this, just turn that up. We'll see that in a second. Right, so if I go to my do menu, over to the ATSU page, AOC menu, and a departure request. Let's just put all the information we've got in here. So we are currently at gate Charlie 10, and we have information hotel, and the station is Echo Delta Delta Bravo. No active ATC. Oh, they're not online. Oh, that's a shame. That's weird, actually, because according to the ground controller, it does say they are online. Strangely enough, the delivery controller doesn't say they are. Never mind, we'll do it the old-fashioned way of voice. Let's go ahead and get set up then. Passengers, we can start getting those on board now. Bring that jetway over. We do have a jetway. We do have a jetway. Is it facing the correct way? No, it's not. It's not. Let's go back. Give it a second, and then we'll send that back in. Try again. Maybe I needed to leave that longer. That doesn't look right, does it? That looks terrible. Okay, go back. Go back. Right yourself, and I'll call you over again in a minute. Whilst I'm waiting for that, let's just tell the cabin crew to start doing their thing. Cabin crew refueling is underway and the bags are starting to get loaded, so let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, are the doors currently open? They are. Passengers should start to board in a moment. As soon as, hold on, you don't just put the station in for pre-departure clearance. Do we still have to go through the ATC page? I am getting confused with another aircraft I'm flying at the moment. Let's let me just try that then. Let's go back to the ATSU page. Let's try the ATC menu and set up the connection. So we'll just notify them. No, we're getting no active ATC there either, so clearly that isn't working. Never mind. Albino, I do indeed use Latin VFR. If you want to check out any other mods that I do, the recent video that got published at the weekend, I think, tells you everything that we're currently using. Anyway, passengers are now boarding. Init page is sorted. Let's have a look at the flight plans. So today we are expecting runway 25 left, or rather I'm hoping for 25 left because it's the closest runway to where we're currently parked, on the Gurga 1 November. And then at the other end, our arrival is the runway 22 left, and that's going to be the Monarch 2 Fox. And we'll pop no Vias in for that. Don't want to go in by the Castrop VOR and fly the full approach. 248, I've got 281 shown on the flight plan, so there is a difference there, quite a big difference actually. Probably because of the full procedure, to be honest. Let's just check out how that looks in plan mode. So that looks fine. Let's check the arrival. Oh, it's because it's got a manual leg. Ah, right, okay. That's fair enough. We'll tidy that up as we are en route. Okay. Pop that back into art mode and set that back to 20 so I don't forget. On to the RadNav page here in Berlin. It's The Bravo Bravo India is the Berlin Brandenburg VOR BBI. And if you have a problem on departure, our engine out procedure calls for us to go direct Kilo Lima Fox. And I want to set, because the inbound course is 020, let's put the reciprocal of that in there, which is 200. And just in case we get switched over to 25 right, I'm also going to put key tab in there as well. If I can spell it correctly. There we go. I'll not put the radial in for that, just because I'm hoping I don't use we don't get that departure. So that's done. Onto the init B page then. Our zero fuel weight today, so heavy, is 63.8. Trip wind is a headwind of 23. Fuel planning 2.8, and we've got 5.6 on board. So that gives us then a takeoff weight of 69.2. And the fuel for the alternate, basically just returning back here, will be 1.9 tons. So right on the limit, we've got an extra 26 minutes of flight time. 26 minutes of flying time then. Onto the performance page. Now this will be interesting considering how heavy we are. So the app has had a big update today. The winds now play a part in calculating V-speeds and things, so that's really nice. We might have a little play with that en route once we get airborne. So Echo Delta Delta Bravo. Let's pop that in and pull up the performance for runway 25 left. Finish Sim Pilot. Thank you so much, Finish Sim Pilot, for your $4.53 donation. Hope you're well, Finish. And are you flying tonight, or are you flying alongside, or are you headed somewhere different, or are you just kicking back and enjoying the flight, letting somebody else fly with you, fly you tonight? Thank you so much, Finish. Really do appreciate that and your support. Okay, so we're hoping runway 25 left. We'll get the METAR for that. There we go, QNH 1010. Runway condition is dry, or is it wet? That's interesting. Looks dry outside, doesn't it? If we have a quick look at the current METAR, yeah. So we'll go with dry. Anti-ice will that be on? What's the broken 2800? No, that'll be off. So anti-ice is off. So that takeoff weight of 69.2. Center of gravity is forward. Flex config 1. Pax will be off. Let's calculate. So we're still getting a nice high flex temperature, and that is because the runway is so blooming long here. About 4,000 meters. Now, interestingly enough, what if we tell them we can save a bit of time potentially on the taxi? Actually, it's not going to save any time. No, it is going to be a full length departure because we're parked here, and our departure runway, I'm hoping, is going to be 25 left just here. So if we end up going over to the other runway 25 right, then they may ask if we want to take Lima 6 and Lima 5. So we'll have a look at that as and when ATC give us information. But that's good. So let's have a look what we've got. Let's pop all this information in. We have got V-speeds of 162 and 157. Hang on, that can't be right. Yeah, something's gone amiss there. That is most certainly not right. Oh, the latest update's got a bit skew-whiff there, hasn't it? Let's just try config 2. Okay, we need to have a word with the coders. V1 cannot possibly be faster than VR and V2. So yeah, that's not right. Let's just try and see if Toga gives us more realistic conditions. Hang on, let me hit reset. Try that again. 2.5 left, dry, anti-ice off, takeoff weight, what was it, 69.2? Old novice pilot, yeah, oops, what's going on there? Also the reset button didn't reset any of that just then. Forward, I'm going to select Toga, config 1, off, and calculate. I'm using Toga in this configuration. Flex takeoff is unavailable. Use Toga. I think we need to undo the last update, old novice pilot, because that's clearly not right. So I think it's the wind correction that's not quite right. So tell you what. We're going to have to revert to the old-fashioned way. Things that will be correct: the maximum takeoff weight, that is correct. Green dot will be correct as well because that's not affected. So we're going to have to use Toga, flaps 1, and we'll use the sim V speeds. Goodbye, performance calculator. Let me clear that. So let's put flaps 1 in there. And that's the reason it is still in beta. Why can't I clear the V1 speed? Oh, goodness me. Yes, they will disagree. Right, okay, so we're going to go Toga. I will use 363741. To be fair, the flex shouldn't be too far out. The flex should be correct, but so we can do the flex takeoff. That wouldn't be an issue, particularly on a runway this long. So I'm going to pop that back in. But yeah, those V speeds are completely wrong. So flex tank will do 65. All right, so performance is all done. All novice pilot, yeah, back to the drawing board. Who needs sleep? Not you. Not now. Right, let's do our departure briefing. So, weather here in Berlin, as we've just spoken about, it's a pretty fine night. If we had to land back here due to an emergency following departure, well, we could do it, but we would be well over the maximum landing weight by a couple of tons, or 1.5 tons. Now, that's not a problem. We can land above the maximum landing weight. We just need to run a couple of procedures to get us down. And to be fair, this isn't a bad airport to do it. It's got an exceedingly long runway, 25 left, 4,000 kilometers. I mean, that is 4,000 meters. That is one of the longest runways in Europe. So if I had to come back here and I was overweight, this is a good choice. Aircraft is the experimental version of the A320neo. No terrain radar, no weather radar, no NOTAMs to be of concern. Threats to us today. Well, it's actually quite a nice departure. Let's just bring that back up. So this is the departure we're expecting. If we end up using 25 right, then it's a tad more complicated. But the departure I'm expecting is nice and straightforward. We'll basically take off, fly 225. This is just an RNAV departure, so that's okay. Autopilot can take care of this. No speed restrictions, and our initial climb height is 5,000 feet. Minimum safe altitude is 2,400 feet. Other threats to be aware of: just a busy night, basically. Lots of radio chatter, I suspect, once we get on frequency, and lots of traffic on the ground here in Berlin. Let's have a look at the departure brief. So we're expecting pushing back, I'm going to say pushing back facing to the northeast on Echo. Nice short taxi out to Bravo. So that's just something else to bring into the picture. It's a short taxi, so lots to do in a short amount of time. Departure runway 25 left, and then as we've just said, a nice straight easy departure out to Gerger. The emergency brief then, standard Airbus emergency brief, the engine out procedure, which is correct down here. In fact, did I put in the thrust reduction acceleration values? I can't recall. Yes, I did. They're fine. Rounded up to by 1, but that's okay. It's standard engine out procedure, 1700 feet. It's a left turn to Kilo Lima Fox with the inbound track of 020 and right hand turns. That's what we've already popped in on the fixers page.
Hi Gavin, all the passengers are on board and we're ready to go. I'll bring you a cup of tea after we've taken off.
That's great, thank you.
Right, so we've just closed the door and it's alright, I just caught the indicator light then as I was popping up, so we made everything go, we made everything dim. Let's get the fuel pumps on and we'll prepare everything, greet the passengers, and then I'm going to contact ATC.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
Why aren't the packs on?
This EasyJet aircraft. We expect a good flight with you today with no weather problems showing in front of us, so we should be pushing back within the next few minutes or so. For now, the ground crew have now finished loading the last of the baggage into the aircraft, so if you could get yourself seated and secured, then we can make sure we can depart on time. The cabin crew will shortly be providing their safety demonstration video, so it would be appreciated if you could give them your full attention. A special welcome on board to our EasyJet Sim pilot members, and if you wish to inquire about becoming a member, please contact a member of the cabin crew. All our EasyJet Sim pilot members are of course entitled to free drinks throughout the flight. Thanks very much, and we'll give you an update once we are airborne.
So the first frequency we're going to need is 121.6, which is the delivery. Anyone who's asked questions as well in the chat just whilst I'm doing the setup, please do ask again once we are airborne. Regular viewers of the chat will know that I always come back to the questions once we're airborne, so apologies if I'm missing those whilst we're setting up. 12185 is our ground frequency. Tower frequency is 120.0225. So we've got the ground, we've got the tower, and we should have departure as well, which I think is going to be 120.625. Right, let's give clearance delivery a call in, shall we? Berlin delivery, good evening. Alpine 48 Papa November, Stan Charlie 10. Type A320 Neo requesting IFR clearances filed to Copenhagen, and we have information hotel.
Alpine 48 Papa November, delivery allow information India now current. Cleared Copenhagen, Gerga November, crossing Gerga 1 November departure. Flight plan route, climb bias at 5,000 feet and squawk 2032.
Runway 25 left, cleared the Gergen 1 November departure, initial climb 5,000 and squawk 2032, information India now current. Alpine 48 Papa November.
48 Papa November, read correct, setup approved, report ready for pushback.
We'll go Alpine 48 Papa November. Owen drones, oh my god, just fly already. No, wrong channel for that. If you want the gamers channel, try Twitch. Let's pop the squawk in, which is 2032. Check that initial climb, 5,000. We've got the correct departure in as well, so that's all neat and tidy. Let's call the ground crew up, and as we're doing that, we can then run our pre-start checklist to the line. In fact, one thing I do need to do is just get rid of the power unit. There we go. Off he disappears. Now let's call the ground crew.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground, stand by.
Nice to see we've actually got a pushback tuck this time. Doesn't always happen. Okay, before start checklist then. Quick paranoid check on the overhead. Is all completed. Signs are on and auto. It is 3.5 green. That fuel quantity is 5680 and balanced. FMJC set. Altimeter is 1010. Okay, let's get our pushback clearance. Berlin delivery, Alpine 48 Papa November is ready for push and start.
Alpine 48 Papa November, startup approved for hold position for pushback A321 decimal 850, bye-bye.
Start bit approved and holding position over to 12185, Alpine 48 Papa November. Right, we'll hold our position. What's traffic doing behind us as well? Let's have a quick check. Doesn't look too bad. I got the beacon light on. Start the timer. Acupressure is in the green. And transponder to auto. Before start, checklist below the line. So the windows and doors are closed and armed. Beacon light is on. Phone's on silent. Parking brake is on.
Cabin crew, we're all ready to go, so please arm the doors and cross-check. Thank you.
Ground Alpine 48 Papa November. Stand Charlie 10 ready to push and start.
Alpine 48 Papa November, April, good evening. Pushback approved, face east.
Pushback approved facing east. Alpine 48 Papa November.
Alpine, guten Abend, Lufthansa 9 Romeo to entry north, Victor 3.
Go ahead. We are cleared for start and push.
Lufthansa 9 Romeo Hotel, April, good evening. Taxi, Victor Charlie.
Parking brake.
Then Delta 05, good evening, bye-bye.
Parking brakes are released.
So it's via Victor Charlie to Sprint Delta 05, Lufthansa 9 Romeo.
The sequence.
Okay, so starting the engines. Engine mode selected to start and starting engine 1. Two aircraft there departing ahead of us. We are going to taxi the route that we had planned. Let's just bring that back up as we're going. So yeah, we're going to face east on Echo. We'll take Echo Bravo and I suspect hold Mike 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and the brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear
Academy 64, stand by.
and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit.
GWL, what does cross-check mean to the cabin crew?
Behind you.
Honestly, I'm not sure. If it means the same as it does in the flight deck, it means that you have to check with the other pilot flying that you've done what you say you're going to do. So perhaps the cabin crew need to get a second opinion that the doors are actually closed and armed.
If the air supply fails, masks will drop.
If there's any cabin crew in the chat, please do speak up now.
Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life
And
jacket
starting
from
engine
under
2.
your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with EasyJet.
That actually isn't a bad pushback from Mr. Pushback Driver to today.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake. Parking brake set. Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect. Roger. Good engine start. Clear to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight. Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Okay, ground crew have done their job. Engine number 2 stabilised after start flows. Engine mode selector back to normal. APU bleed is off. Anti-ice will be off as well. APU master is off. We'll just dim the lights a little bit. And we want the spoilers armed. Rudder set 0. Flaps 1. And takeoff CFG is 25. Right on the nose as well. Flight control check then whilst we're stationary. Full left, full right and neutral. Full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, rudder, full left and neutral. After start checklist, anti-ice is off. Check that econ status. Pitch trim 25, rudder trim is 0. Let's call the ground up for our taxi. We're expecting Echo Bravo Mike 8. And ground Alpine 48 Papa November ready to go.
Alpine 4 Papa November, call you back.
Wilco, 48 Papa November. Right, well, let's make good use of the time. Dark Fury, you've been a member for 13 months. Wow, 13 months already. And over 20,000 subscribers. Keep up the good piloting. Sincerely, senior cabin crew. Cabin crew. Dark, you're my MOC, mate. You're not cabin crew. Far more important. Right, so whilst we're holding position, let's do our pairs checks. So, no change to the performance. It is going to be Toga tonight. QNH 1010. Engine out procedure is a standard 1700 feet left turn to Kilo Lima Fox.
Ready for taxi.
And departure is the Gurga 1 November. Stop climb 5,000 feet.
Charlie Sierra Alpha 221, you can make a swing over onto Victor 1 and then tell me your course, call sign again.
See, Charlie Sierra Alpha 221.
Right, Charlie Sierra Alpha 221, okay, right. In that case, Victor 1, stand Bravo 14, enjoy your evening, bye bye.
SA Captain, that's almost impossible to say because you can obviously move the seat to get this eye line, so it depends on your particular posture, really.
And Charlie Sierra Alpha 221, confirm your call sign is CSA lines 221.
CSA lines.
TSA 221.
TSA 221.
Alright, thank you.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. So flight controls have been checked.
That was actually unreadable for 256.
Departure briefing is completed. Flap setting is config 1. FMA takeoff data 136 blue, 141 magenta, climb nav blue, 1 FD2, 5,000 blue.
Unreadable. I will.
And oh, it's actually a flex. We are going flex 65.
Taxi.
Flex 65.
Hold short, Bravo.
Transponder is set. ECAM memo takeoff no blue. EFB is stowed.
Alpine 4 Papa November, via Echo Hold Short Bravo.
Alpine 48 Papa November, taxi on Echo Hold Short Bravo.
KM 624, also via Echo Hold Short Bravo.
Echo Hold Short Bravo, KM 624.
We're not going to actually taxi too far, given the fact there's aircraft in front of us. Look at the line of aircraft coming in.
Unfortunately, that was unreadable. Let's stay on text only for the time. Or receive only, if you would like to.
Starspot 125 and train off.
National 125.
I do like seeing aircraft coming in, lined up all on files perfectly in sequence. The
Apron, good evening.
string of
Victor,
pearls,
Papa
as it's
on
sometimes
Alpha
referred to,
short, Victor 1.
at night.
Two-bird 992 Papa, left on Victor 1, you can taxi, I will call you back.
Left on Victor 1, and we'll listen for you, Speedbird 992 Papa.
Berlin Airplane, einen wunderschönen Abend. Sie da winkt zu einem 930 und Victor 3.
There he goes, aircraft in front of us is now moving. Let's
Wings 930, hello, call you back.
continue.
National 125 left on Alpha and correction left on Foxtrot and Alpha 04.
We're not going to be going very far.
04 and also
We need to hold short of Bravo in a moment.
Wings 930.
Oh, where's he going?
Yeah, hold position, I will call you back, break. Alpine 48, Papa November, ground 121.7, enjoy your day.
Over to ground 1217, Alpine 48, Papa November.
I'm sorry for the delay, break, KLM 624, ground 121.7, same for you, sorry for the delay.
121.7 and over.
Yankee, Berlin ground, wunderschön dir, taxi.
Oh, it's just starting to rain as well.
Taxi Alpha, hold short Victor 1, this nice Yankee.
Ground Alpine 48, Papa November, Echo holding short Bravo.
Alpine 48, Papa November, hello, taxi to gate, question, taxi to holding point, runway 25 left, via Bravo, Mike 8.
Holding point Mike 8 via Bravo, Mike 8, Alpine 48, Papa November. So this is where we begin that taxi and that aircraft reconnects and we end up in the middle of him.
Guten Abend, KLM 624 on Echo, holding short Bravo.
KLM 624, Berlin ground, hello, taxi to holding point, runway 25 left, via Bravo, Mike 8.
The green taxi lights don't seem very bright this evening, do they? So right here on to Mike 8. I wonder what this is coming in. We might get a good view of it as we roll down the taxiway here.
November, contact tower 118.8, ciao.
188 for Alpine 48 Papa November. Bye bye.
207 Yankee, contact apron 121.850, ciao.
Contact apron, frequency 121.850 for 697 Yankee, ciao.
Legend 55 Mike 4. Legend 55 Mike, ground hello, continue right on Alpha, hold short of Victor 1. Right Alpha, hold short Victor 1, Legend 55 Mike.
Tom, hey guys, how you doing? We didn't need to stop at the Cat 1 holding point, but I will do. 118.8. This is why you need a PM to work the comms.
Swiss 94 uniform, wind 220 degrees, 16 knots, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Runway 25 left, clear to land, Swiss 94 uniform.
Alpine 48 Papa November, holding Mike 8.
Alpine 48 Papa November, Berlin Tower. KLM 22 Papa, contact ground 121.7.
Let's just roll up to the next stop line.
Alpine 48 Papa November, behind the landing, Swiss A320, line up runway 25 left behind.
Behind the landing, Swiss A320, line up and wait 25 left behind. Alpine 48 Papa November. We'll not blind him as he comes in. So, presumably here is the Swiss. That rain has just come at the wrong time for him, hasn't it?
Berlin Tower, guten Abend, KLM 624, holding point Mike 8.
KLM 624, Berlin Tower, hello.
Yeah, I do think the I do think the lighting at night, particularly the default airports are terrible. Handcrafted aren't so bad, but yeah, it's there's definitely room for improvement. They're not that dark in real life. We're all now just watching the Swiss Air guy come into land. No pressure, guys. Whilst you're waiting for our departure, please do hit that like button on the stream. It's free and makes a massive difference to the channel. So thank you so much for everyone who's already done that. God, that looks amazing, doesn't it? Wow. Loving how the aircraft lights up as he passes the approach lights. Okay, so let's get ourselves lit up. Oh, look at that. Turn the lights on and we can see the precipitation. Before takeoff, check this below the line. Cabin is secured. Engine mode selector normal. TCAS TARA. Packs are off. Anti-ice is off. Now, I'm going to put the anti-ice on, which means I need to just change the flex to 65. No, it doesn't. 60. Because of that rain, so anti-ice is now on. We've reduced the flex to 60. The rain effects now look like it's snowing. Could be.
Lufthansa 1403, contact tower on 120.025. Swiss 9 for uniform, contact ground 121.7.
Ground on 121.74, Swiss 9 for uniform. Danke, tschüss.
Alpine 4, Papa November, wind 220 degrees, 16 knots, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 25 left, Alpine 4, Papa November. Right, we're good to go. Let's start the chrono. Takeoff. Chrono started, release those parking brakes, side stick forward, set 50% M1.
KLM 624, line up, runway 25 left, behind the departing A320, behind.
Engine stable, set takeoff thrust. And flex SRS and runway. Huge runway this. You can just feel that wind coming in slightly from the left. A little bit of rudder been put in for keep us on that centre line. That's 100 knots, checked. And V1, rotate. Crab it into the wind as we depart. Nav. Get that gear up. And we're going to have a ATC comms change in a moment, so we're going to get autopilot on nice and early, take the pressure off. Christian, good evening, sir.
Alpine 48, Papa November, contact Bremen radar 120.625, bye.
12062, Alpine 48, Papa November, good night. Bremen radar, Alpine 48, Papa November, passing 2000 for 5000 on the Gurga 1 November.
Alpine 5, Papa November, Bremen, hello, identified, climb to flight level 160.
Climb flight level 160, Alpine 48, Papa November. Okay, so we're thrust climb, open climb, flight level 160 blue. Starting to accelerate away, and we'll clean up in a moment as we pass S speed. There we go. Flap 0, disarm the spoilers. release the cabin crew.
Alpine 5, Papa November, after passing 5,000 feet, turn right heading 340.
After passing 5,000 right heading 340 for Alpine 48 Papa November. Pack 2, pop that on. So a right heading to 340. So a pull heading, turn right heading 340. That's going to save us some time. That's what we like. Time and fuel, particularly given how heavy we are this evening. Michael Jensen, we're on the way to your home airport. Lovely.
Alpine 5, Papa November, contact Bremen, correction, proceed direct Monarch.
Proceed direct Monarch for Alpine 48 Papa November. Sadly, the beam point doesn't work. That would be really useful when sorting out our fuel. See, our fuel now is 162 miles away, so we may have to do some pop some fixes in there to work that out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened. Whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at
Climb 64 Bremen, hello, identified, climb flight level 160.
at any time. This includes
Passing 10,000 feet, lights coming off. Airport's on the EFIS. We can clear out the radnav.
After passing 5,000 feet, turn right heading 340.
Progress page. Cruise flight tonight is 340. That's going to be fine when we get cleared up there.
Alpine 5, Papa November, contact Bremen radar 136.050.
136.050 for Alpine 48 Papa November. Good night.
Have a good one. Climb 64 after passing 5,000 feet, turn right direct Monarch.
After 5,000 feet, direct to Monarch here on 64.
Why can't I just continue all the way around? Oh, that's annoying. There's a really annoying bug. I can't go any higher. I now have to go all the way back down. Don't miss it though, because it'll reset and then I have to go all the way back down again. 13605. Bremen radar, good evening, Alpine 48 Papa November, passing flight level 120 for 160.
Alpine 5 Papa November, Bremen, good evening, identified, flight level 280.
Clear to climb, flight level 280, Alpine 48 Papa November. And flight level 280 blue. I didn't tell him we were direct to Monarch there. I presume he already knows. But I should have said that we were direct Monarch as well. Danny, that's the beginning of the start. We can't get any faster to the destination, can you? I don't think so. Not unless we had a tailwind. It's Kelo probe heat. The probe window heat is automatic when the engines are running. If you load into the sim and it's freezing and you can't see anything because your windshield's frosted over, then you can turn that on. As Christian has just said as well. Liam, is easy and EJU the same? If so, what's the difference? It's where they're registered. So, Liam, easy call signs are aircraft registered in Great Britain. Echo Juliet November call signs are registered in Austria, I think it is. Their call sign is Alpine rather than Easy. And then there's the other one, Top Swiss, who are registered in Switzerland. So yeah, EasyJet have 3 branches. So that is a great little shortcut which means we could potentially be on the ground in as little as around 40 minutes. With that, and how close that is, let's have a look at our arrival, because it could all happen very quickly.
30 up to 160, direct to Monarch.
KLM 64 Bremen, good evening, identified climb level 280.
So I'm just going to keep this in my scan so I can see what's happening as we fly up to flight level 280. Right, so Monarch is indeed the start of the start. I'm expecting the Monarch 2 Fox for runway 22 left. After leaving Nexo, we will fly out. We'll continue on the same track. ATC will vector us in then for arrival on runway 22 left. Now, Copenhagen has the not a reputation to make it sound like a bad thing. What Copenhagen tend to do is give you quite a short final, so I don't want to be left too high, which means I'm quite happy.
Forward 4 contact Berlin arrival 119er, decimal 630. Goodbye.
Yeah, just checking ATC's not for us.
Thank you. Good night.
So the 2 Fox estimated track mileage is 70 miles then from Monarch, which means that I really don't want to be much above about 23,000 feet when we get to Monarch. Below 10,000 feet here at Nexo. So let's go ahead and work out where that top of descent's going to be, shall we?
The 516, Bremen radar, hello, identified. Direct Ockberg, descent level 120.
So we'll pop in Nexo.
Direct Ockberg, Lufthansa 516.
And 33 Bravo Delta, proceed like Nexo.
Direct Nexo, Alpine 33 Bravo Delta.
And as we're going to be hopefully flying at flight level, what's our cruise level today? Is it 340? I think it's going to be. We double check.
Papa November, climb flight level 340.
340. Climb flight level 340, Alpine 48 Papa November. Indeed, flight level 340.
Look to the 516, speed 300 knots or greater.
Yeah, so as we're going to be climbing to flight level 340, I then want to be
374 in direct to Bartel,
10,000 feet by Nexo.
Chicago 374 by Bremen radar, guten Abend, identified.
We've got a slight headwind, so it's more of a crosswind than headwind. Making sure as well that we're at nice long profile with time to slow down. Let's look at about 80 miles away, sorry. We will begin our top of descent. So there's our top of descent, yeah. Nice little reroute tonight. So as we plan our arrival,
Bravo Delta, contact Copenhagen Control 121, decimal 375. Bye.
Captain Control 121, decimal 375. Thanks, Alpine 33 Bravo Delta. Cheers.
that will be us as well in a moment, so I'm just making a quick note of that frequency. 121375. Get that in the standby. Short flights are great, aren't they? 121375, there we go. Short flights with full VATSIM ATC really do make you work for your money. The top of descent is now in. Let's also send off a weather request because the McDo is going to be screaming at us in a moment. So that's on its way. Let's check how we're going to fly this. So 250 knots at Nexo as we pass that. Maximum speed anyway is 250 knots. Then as we're coming in, we've got, presumably, they may tell us to go direct to Adobe or Lamox. So don't be surprised if they ask us to go direct to one of these waypoints.
Papa November, contact Rhein radar 133, decimal 750. See you later.
Sorry, Alpine 48 Papa November, just say that frequency again for us, please.
Of course, 133, decimal 750.
13375, Alpine 48 Papa November. Bye bye.
Academy 64, thanks for you, 133.750, goodbye.
133.750, Clearance 624, Dankeschön.
Ryan radar 0.48, Papa November, passing flight level 270 for 340 direct Monarch.
Papa November, Ryan radar, low identified.
Yeah, that just caught me off guard. I was expecting 375, but never mind. 121. This is why you need a pilot flying to do all your radio comms.
Radar, guten Abend, Clearance 624, passing flight level 270.
12137 now. I'll keep it on standby.
Academy 64, Ryan radar, low identified, level 340 will be final level.
Christian, I can't turn it down. It's the latest bug that I've got in this fly-by-wire build. It's stuck on bright. Call them up. See if they can fix it. Captain 79, good evening. Yeah, so we could potentially get a any of these directs to help us get aligned with the ILS, but let's get some more information here. So we're expecting runway 22 left. The star that we're using is the Monarch 2 Fox. Transition altitude here in Copenhagen, is it 3,000? 5,000. 5,000 feet. Platform altitude for arrival is 3,000 feet. MSA as we're coming in 1,006, then a little sector at 1,007. I'll check the weather in a moment, but I still think it's going to be Cat 1, which is 208 for the runway visibility. I'm going to check that, however, because if that visibility has started to drop, then they may have put LVPs in place. Let's see what that weather says. So, with the latest messages received, we have got, what is it? Let me zoom in so you guys can see as well. So 170 at 14, yeah, might feel that. Visibility is fine, few clouds 5,000. Right, when does LVPs come into place? To find that out, I'm going to have a look and stroll through some charts. So that's Copenhagen. Let's see what we can find. Mike Reed! Mike, welcome to the Captain's Club, Mike. Thank you so much for your support, Mike. If you're on our Discord server, be sure to get yourself known so we can get you into the VIP room. You're also then able to access the performance takeoff calculator that is currently being developed, although it needs an update because we've done something to it tonight and we broke it, so no rush to get that. That might be 24 hours before that's sorted. Right, what am I looking for? But thank you again, Mike. Thank you so much for that. Noise abatement, runway restrictions, yada 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 yada. Runway restrictions, runway restrictions, runway restrictions. Come on, nighttime, nighttime, nighttime. Use of S mode on the transponders. Taxi, general information. Come on, LVPs, LVPs. Arriving. Noise abatement, Cat 2 through. Taxi procedures.
754, Ryan radar, hello, looks like you're not in my airspace, go back to previous frequency or monitor Unicom, bye bye.
Ah, very unusual that you don't see anything regarding... Well, very strange.
I'm only covering the northern east part.
Did anyone else see it as I was skirtling through?
And it looks like you are more south out of my airspace, so Unicom and next frequency will be approximately Praha.
Couldn't see anything there regarding low visibility procedures.
Thank you very much.
And I don't really have too much time to be doing this on my own. So, guys, those of you with the charts, if anyone can find anything regarding LVP, then please do let me know. But at the moment, we're sticking with Cat 1. QNH then is 1002. The ILS frequency is 1095.
Reader
Ox. The identifier. Elevation is 8. Must approach straight ahead 500 or 1 mile ILS DME, whichever's later. Then turn left at heading 187, 3,000 feet.
Alpine 48 Papa November, descent flight level 290.
Descent flight level 290, Alpine 48 Papa November. Well, we didn't last long at the cruising altitude. Thrust saddle, overzed, 290 blue.
Starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear and the cabin crew...
Lufthansa 16 Tango, contact Bremen, 123.
That's a noise abatement diagram.
That would be most appreciated.
Very strange.
925, Lufthansa 16 Tango, Dankeschön, Amt.
Free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
Alpine 48 Papa November, contact Bremen, 124.175, bye-bye.
124175, Alpine 48 Papa November. Good night.
Ryan Radar, good evening, Lufthansa 753, flight level 340.
Naughty here. Go 124.175.
Descending flight level 100, sharp 101, sharp 12.
Yeah, you shouldn't ever do that because now I can't go back to the old frequency just in case I got the information wrong. Bremen. Oh, stepping on each other here because it's so busy.
Life level 200 and IFR starts now Lufthansa 784, thank you. Lufthansa 784, read back correct, proceed direct K-tap. Direct K-tap, Lufthansa 784.
Bremen radar, Alpine 48 Papa November, passing flight level 300 for 290.
Alpine 48 Papa November, Bremen header identified, descent flight level 200.
Descent flight level 200 for Alpine 48 Papa November. Speed alt star, let's get back down, flight level 200. Thrust saddle, open descent 200 blue. I need to get the weather information into the box. This has been one of the busiest flights I've had in a long time. In terms of doing things. 1002. The hardest part is all this stuff to do and trying to stay on top of the aircraft. Don't ever let the aircraft run away. Wind 170 at 14. Transition altitude 5000. The Barrow 208.
Lufthansa 169, Bremen header identified, climb flight level 220.
Climb to flight level 220, Lufthansa 169.
Sorry, Lufthansa 784, level 12, stop climb level 120 and level 120 is final level. Stop climb flight level 120.
Dark Fury, you found the LVP stuff, thank you. Which chart was that on, by the way? I'd be very interested to see how I've missed that. So what I also want to do here on the fixes page, I want to extend the runway centerliners. They're going to give us a bit of a visual, I'm guessing, into this. So that's Echo Charlie Kilo Hotel. No, it isn't. It's Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. Runway 22 left. And the radial outbound from that. Inbound is 217, so that's going to be 037. There we go. We've got the runway centerline extended, so we can use that as we're going. Christian, you've been a
Alpine 48 Papa November, proceed direct Nexo.
Direct to Nexo for Alpine 48 Papa November. cutting our track mileage shorter and shorter here. We're doing alright at the moment though.
Combined point Bravo November, contact Copenhagen, 121 decimal 375. Bye bye.
121.375. Thanks for the service, Alpine 48 Papa November. Copenhagen, good evening, Alpine 48 Papa November, passing flight level 210 for 200. Direct Nexo.
Hello, Alpine 48 Papa November, radio contact. It will be via Nexo. Join the Monarch to Foxtrot Island for runway 22 left and descend further flight level 80.
From Nexo, join the Monarch 2 Fox arrival, descending down flight level 80 for Alpine 48 Papa November.
48 Papa November, by any chance for you to maintain speed 300 or greater?
We'll go 300 or greater, Alpine 48 Papa November.
Thanks.
Okay, speed VS 1600, flight level 80. Christian, is LVP mentioned in the 80s, so it's Cat 1. Thank you, Christian, for that. See, this is why I need PMs doing stuff like this for me. I ain't got time to do stuff like that with all these instructions. It makes you appreciate why two pilots fly, doesn't it? We had a relaxing 30 seconds at cruising altitude. Yeah, indeed. Mike, you finally realised what to do getting to the VIP room. That's great, Mike. Thank you so much for your support. Simple Takeoff's finally able to join after a crazy day. This has been a crazy flight. Danny, the Monarch 2 Fox arrival does stop at Nexo from there. Hang on a minute, let me just double check now you've said that. 2 Fox arrival. Yeah, so basically we just continue straight on the heading of 031. We'll fly track 031 from Nexo. And then we get vectors in for final. Should we actually brief what we do after we land? This should be rather straightforward. I am happy with this because we've done this a few times. So I'm expecting to vacate at Bravo 4. Bravo 5 if we're lucky. Then we'll take Bravo. It'll be crossing runway 30 and then that will take us from Bravo up to Romeo Whiskey and we'll park at stand Foxtrot 1 through 8. Okay, seatbelt signs are still on. I've not even had a chance to turn them off, have I? All those passengers will be very, very annoyed with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an EasyJet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in
Copenhagen Control, guten Abend, KLM 624, passing flight level 235, descending 200, speed 280 or less.
Hello, KLM 624.
So just increasing that VS rate as our ground speed increases.
Monarch 2 Fox arrival, expect LH runway 2 left and descend flight level 100.
NX will join the Monarch 2 Fox to arrival, expect ILS 2 left and...
What other frequencies can we expect as we're coming in?
KLM 624, correct, speed 300 or less.
So I'm expecting perhaps 1198.
300 or less, KLM 624, thank you.
After that, the tower, is tower online? Yeah, 1181. Have we got ground control online? No, that's where it stops. So 1198, we'll chuck that in the standby. Rick, no, this isn't Flight Sim Labs. This is the free, believe it or not, free fly-by-wire A320NX. So, seatbelt signs are on. Approach checklist. With the seatbelt signs on, arrival briefing is confirmed. Minimums are 208 set. Engine mode select is normal. EFP is stowed. Just for those that may have joined late for our arrival briefing, we're following track 031 from Nexo as we become a beam at the airport. I want to be green dot on leaving a beam from the airport. Then I'm going to get down to flaps 1. And obviously then we'll turn on to final flaps 2 with the glide. That's the plan. We also have the potential of being told to go direct Lamox or Adobe. We shall see. Depends what traffic's ahead of us. Though looking at TCAS, I can't actually see anything, so it may be. It may be. Okay. Now, also, there is that speed restriction of 250 knots coming up as we approach 10,000 feet. Let's check and ask if ATC wants us to respect that. And Alpine 48 Papa November, do you wish us to reduce speed 250 below 10,000?
Alpine 48 Papa November, the high speed is approved. You can do speed 270 knots or greater.
Roger, we'll reduce speed 270 knots on passing flight level 100. Alpine 48 Papa November.
Climb 624, reduce the speed till 270 knots, solid.
Speed 270, left clearance 624.
High speed is approved. They love to get you in nice and quick, don't they, in Copenhagen?
Alpine 48 Papa November, contact approach 119.8 for away.
119.8, Alpine 48 Papa November. Thanks for the service, good night.
Turn left heading 130 degrees and descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1001.
Left heading 130 degrees, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1001, Crystal 1018.
Norseman 963, contact Copenhagen Control 121.375.
121.375 for Norseman 963.
Shark 11,
Ooh,
Copenhagen
we need
approach.
to get in, don't we? And approach Alpine 48 Papa November, passing flight level 90480, direct Nexo, speed 270 knots approved.
First Alpine 33 Bravo Delta, turn left heading 190 degrees, cleared ILS, runway 22 left.
Left 190 degrees, cleared the ILS, runway 22 left, Alpine 33 Bravo Delta.
Let's get the tower frequency 1181.
Alpine 48 Papa November, Copenhagen approach identified, expect vectors ILS, runway 22 left.
Expect vectors ILS 22 left, Alpine 48 Papa November. And we're at Alt Star.
Scandinavian 584, descend 3,000 feet.
Descending 3,000 feet, Scandinavian 584.
Green Star 1018, turn left heading 070 degrees.
Confirm that heading for Green Star 1018.
Green Star 1018, A firm, left heading 080 degrees.
Left turn 080 degrees, Green Star 1018.
So just watching the traffic as well that we've got on TCAS at the moment.
Norlight 632, contact Copenhagen Control 121.375.
121.375, Northman 632.
Scandinavian 449er, turn right heading 190.
Perhaps got down a fraction too soon. My over anxiousness to make sure that we weren't left high and dry with a short final.
449er.
Alpine 33 Bravo Delta, contact tower 118.1, bye bye.
Lachlan, any more tips for landing? Just...
Alpine 33 Bravo Delta, tower 118.1.
It's really difficult. Practice is key, but focus on the touchdown zone and the centre line.
Scandinavian 58.
For now.
4, turn right heading.
Don't worry about your touchdown rate or feet per minute.
Turn right, please confirm the heading.
Centre line and touchdown zone. They're the most important things.
Turn right 130 degrees, Scandinavian 584.
Alpine 48, Papa November, turn right heading 010 degrees.
Right heading 010 for Alpine 48 Papa November.
Airport craft, touch 31, Yankee passing 1000.
Speed QNH 1001.
Lots of traffic around here. See how it's going to get us sequenced in with these two arrivals coming in from the north of the field.
Scandinavian 449, established ILS to the left.
Scandinavian 449, contact tower 118.1.
Tower 81, Scandinavian 449, got on.
Airport 1018, turn left heading 040 degrees, descend 3,000 feet.
040, descend 3,000 feet, green star 1718.
Okay, Oscar X-Ray Sierra is identified.
Yankee passing 2,500.
EC31 Sierra Yankee, Copenhagen approach identified, climb flight level 190.
Climbing 190 for touch 31 Sierra Yankee. Copenhagen approach, good evening, KLM 624.
And would anybody on the chat be able to get me the latest METAR, please, for Copenhagen? Just want to check that cloud base. See if we can expect
Scandinavian 584.
Not seeing those landing lights until the last minute.
Cleared ILS, runway 22 left.
Turning right, heading 190, cleared ILS to left, Scandinavian 584.
Alpine 48, Papa November, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1001.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing.
Send 5,000 feet, QNH 1001, Alpine 48 Papa November.
Your tray table must be
KLM 624, Copenhagen approach, as I said, identified, expect Vetters ILS, runway 22 left, and leave Nexo heading 020 degrees.
Newspapers or magazines.
Expect Vetters ILS, runway 22 left, and after Nexo 020. KLM 624.
Air Trooper 7, good evening. How's the Alicante weather?
18, confirm you're descending to 3,000 feet.
Hey, firm, we're keeping to the minimum 500 feet per minute, but we do not want to stay level at 3,000 feet for 20 miles. We're keeping to the continuous descent approach.
Oh, goodness me.
Okay, I'm just about to turn you into the base.
Perhaps you shouldn't have descended quite so quickly.
You can turn us in at any time. We'll manage.
Christian, thank you. Broken 400 feet.
Turn right heading
could be fun.
130 degrees.
Right turn 130 degrees.
And gusting 28 knots. This will be a good landing.
584, you overshot. Now turn right heading 250 degrees, clear ILS, runway 22 left.
Turning right 250 degrees, Scandinavian 548.
Mike Harrington, can I talk you through the correct use of the ILS? Well, we're about to do an ILS approach, so
EC31, share
keep checking that for us. Pilot Adam on Twitch, hello.
375, bye-bye.
Apologies now, guys. It's getting rather busy on ATC frequency, and we can see lots of sequencing coming in here.
KLM 624, descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1000.
This is 5,000 feet, QNH 1000, KLM 624.
So we'll just wait to start seeing the glide slope coming up as we're heading down.
Alpine 48, Papa November, report speed.
Speed 270 knots and request start to begin slowing down for the approach. Alpine 48, Papa November.
Alpine 48, Papa November, speed 200 and descend to 3,000 feet.
Speed 200, descend 3,000, Alpine 48, Papa November.
KLM 624, speed 200 knots.
Speed 200 knots.
Okay, let's get some speed brakes out, lose that speed, then we can continue the descent.
190 degrees, cleared ILS, runway 22 left.
Right 190, cleared ILS, 22 left, green star 1 to the 18.
Scandinavian 584, contact tower 118.1, bye-bye.
Contacting tower 118.1, goodbye. Scandinavian 584.
Alpine 48 Papa November, turn right by 10 degrees.
Turn right 10 degrees 020, Alpine 48 Papa November. And we're going to go speed 200 in a moment. Let's start configuring now. We're below S-speed. So, flaps 1, speed checked. Flaps 1, let's pull speed 200. So a nice crosswind landing and a late visual on the runway. This is going to be neat. Okay, pop those speed brakes away.
1018, nice. Descent management, now contact tower 118.1, bye-bye.
No worries, then we'll contact tower 1.
Oh, that's nice of ATC to compliment the guy on his descent management.
Alpine 48 Papa November, free speed.
Free speed, Alpine 48 Papa November. Glide slope's coming up to meters. Once we start to get below that, I can perhaps reduce the descent rate ever so slightly. In fact, we can do that now.
Alpine 48 Papa November, turn left heading 310 degrees, descend 2,000 feet.
Left heading 310, descend 2,000, Alpine 48 Papa November.
KLM 624.
2,000 blue.
Descend to 3,000 feet.
Descend 3,000 feet, KLM 624.
And KLM 624, turn left heading 020 degrees.
Please confirm it 020. We are already on heading 020, KLM 624.
KLM 624, then 010 degrees.
Nicely sequenced. Very nicely sequenced.
Thank you.
When we get told we're cleared the ILS, I'll reduce speed 180 knots, then we're ready to get the get flaps 2 out. I keep whenever do a stream showing plane spotting at Manchester. Oh, I could spend a day outside the pub doing that, yeah.
Alpine 48 Papa November, turn left heading 250 degrees, cleared ILS, runway 22 left.
Left heading 250, cleared ILS, runway 22 left for Alpine 48 Papa November. Okay, Alt Glide Slope Blue, Lock Blue, Cath 3 Dual, Autopilot 1 and 2. Bernie, hello, thank you for joining us. Caesar, this is the experimental version. Lachlan, I don't have a VATSIM guide so much. I think if you just keep watching the live streams, it probably help get a hand of it. That's Lock Star.
Left heading 350 degrees, KLM 624.
And of course, you don't have to watch them live. There's plenty of VATSIM live streams on the channel.
Alpine 48 Papa November, contact tower 118.1, happy landing, bye-bye.
181 over to tower, thank you so much, Alpine 48 Papa November, good night. Tower Alpine 48 Papa November, established 22 left 8 miles.
First Green Star 18, crossing 1018, Castle Tower.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here comes the glide.
Green Star 1018, thank you very much.
Flaps 2, speed checked. Flaps 2.
Shark 12, vacating to the right or... Green Star 1018, switch left, cast land, winds 180 degrees, 13 knots.
Clear to land, to the left, Green Star 1018.
And Alpine 48, crossing 48 Papa November, Castle Tower, good evening, continue approach.
Continue approach, 48 Papa November. So we're just reducing speed as well to 160.
Block 6 Charlie Hotel ready for taxi.
Can hear we've got traffic ahead of us on final. Let's start configuring then as we're 5.5 miles out. Here comes the rain. Gear. Spoilers. Flaps 3, speed checked. Let's ding the cabin.
Taxi to holding point, runway to right, Alpha 1 via Juliet, Lima, Zulu and Alpha, cross runway 1 to lot 6 Charlie Hotel.
Skyline 584, continue to stand Bravo 9er via Bravo, Yankee and Papa.
And flaps full.
Please confirm Bravo 9er.
Even.
Landing checklist. Cabin is secured, auto thrust, speed, go at altitude 3000 set, Eco memo, landing no blue. Christian did someone just die there on frequency. It did sound interesting.
Papa November, runway 2 to left, clear to land, winds 180 degrees, 13 knots.
Clear to land, 2 to left, Alpine 48, Papa November.
Tower Center, Mike and Tech, Bravo 5 instead, Bravo 7 occupied static.
Right, what was that wind as we were coming in?
Green Star 1018, welcome to Copenhagen. Taxi to stand Delta 1 via Bravo and Romeo, cross runway 30.
Crossing runway 30, Bravo and Romeo is the stand Delta 1, Green Star 118.
If the wind was indeed 180 at whatever it was, I expect that wind to twist to come from the left a little bit later on. Good to see the visibility is not as bad as we expected. Autopilot is off, I have control. Watch that wind. Keep watching that wind. Start spinning round to come from the left.
Shark 12. And Jack 12, cross runway 30. Cross runway 30, Shark 12.
500.
You can see it, there it goes. Approach is stable.
400. 300. 100 above. 200. 200. Minimum.
Need to get it back on that centre line.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Yeah, not the best landing, but never mind. We've got the spoilers that are deployed. Reverse green. $70 knots, reverses off. Now these look like better taxi lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, seats to perform safety-related
Gentlemen, 64, Castle Tower, good evening. 2 to left, clear to land, winds 180 degrees, 1 knots.
seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Clear to land, runway 2 to left, clear
Electronic devices for messaging, calls.
Alpine 48, Papa November, welcome to Copenhagen. Taxi to stand Foxtrot 7 by Bravo, Christian by Bravo, Romeo and Whiskey, cross runway 30.
And in the overhead lockers.
Bravo Romeo Whiskey Cross 30, stand Foxtrot 7 for Alpine 48, Papa November.
Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your EasyJet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or EasyJet app.
Right, that's the after landing flows done. Let's bring up that bring up the taxi routing. So where we're going, Bravo Romeo Whiskey. Oh, exactly as briefed. The callouts, no, not messed up at all. It only takes a building beneath you or something like that, or a slight change in the terrain. Remember, it's a radio altimeter, so it's the aircraft's own little radar beneath the belly of the aircraft, transmitting down, hitting the ground, and monitoring the returns. So if the ground dips away, it says like 200. Then, as you're continuing to get lower, if the ground dips away even further, it'll say 200 again. So, yeah, that's actually, that's really good. And airport briefs will warn pilots of things like that as well. I think Dubrovnik's, I can't recall if Dubrovnik has got something similar. There's another airport as well, I forget where that is. One of the Greek islands.
Low 6 Charlie Hotel after departure, monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, winds 180 degrees, 13 knots, runway 220, clear to take off, bye bye.
Clear to take off runway 2 right, after departure, switch to Unicom 122 decimal 8, thank you, bye bye, lot 6 Charlie Hotel.
So where are we going here? This is we want the second turn. Is this whiskey? Yeah, this is whiskey, isn't it? There it is. That was a really busy flight, but very, very enjoyable. And we're ahead of schedule. Flight time tonight was something like 1 hour and 2 minutes, I think. Foxtrot 7, second from the end. Jonathan, Copenhagen has all the green headline lights you could ever want. It's beautiful, isn't it? Who's that coming into land? Can we zoom in and have a quick look? Is it KLM? Oh, that looked nice and smooth. That looks smoother than mine, to be fair. Tonight's was a bit of a cruncher, but we all have them. The last few have been really nice, to be fair, so I can't really complain. There we go, there's our stand, Fox 7.
KLM 624, welcome to Copenhagen. Taxi to stand Bravo 8 via Bravo. Zulu, Lima, cross runway 30.
Had we actually had a marshal there, we'd have probably scared him with the speed that we were on that final part of the taxi. Parking brake is set. Shutting down engine 1 and 2. APU bleed coming on, external powers ready to connect, turn off the seatbelt signs, beacon lights can come off as well. Let's connect the external power, there we go, that's slowing down nicely. External power is connected, fuel pumps all off.
Bravo 8 on mic or also 8
and we can now pop the transponder 2000 and standby. Let's see if we can just spawn a few ground vehicles to finish the stream, shall we? So, press those. Are they going to arrive for us? Not so sure about the stairs. No, sadly the stairs aren't going to arrive. But never mind. Other than that, all is well and healthy. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me on the flight this evening. Berlin to Copenhagen. Thankfully, as we came in, the weather was nowhere near as bad as potentially expecting. Those gusts didn't materialise. The low visibility also wasn't an issue. In fact, everything worked really nice and really smoothly. So thank goodness for that. To those of you who have donated and contributed to the channel's upkeep during our flight tonight, thank you so much. To our new channel member as well, welcome to you, and the EasyJet Sim Pilot channel members in general, thank you so much for your continued support. I look forward to seeing you all on the next flight very soon. We're in the midst of trying to plan something for our 20,000 subs special. subscriber flight. Still in the works, and I always want to pick a day because it is going to be a full day event, that one. Just to say a big thank you to all of you for helping us reach the 20,000 mark. In fact, I can go ahead and say I think not only have we passed the 20,000 mark less than a week ago, we're now at 20,148. So honestly, guys, I can't say thanks enough for all of the support you guys have given us. I look forward to seeing you all again soon, and of course chatting on the Discord server. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great evening. Bye bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the captain, the first officer and the crew, I'd like to thank you once again for choosing to fly with EasyJet today. If you would like to become a member of the EasyJet Sim Pilot channel, please ask a member of the cabin crew, or simply click the red join button to find out about all the extra perks that are available when becoming a channel member. We wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport, and we hope you have a great day to go. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you on the next flight. Bye bye.